Hello and welcome, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw, honest truth to most fully advance your spiritual growth. So I've shuffled the cards off camera, but I'm just shuffling them a little bit more. The two decks that I use, if you haven't been to my channel before, for the main storyline of what your January 2019 forecast is going to look like, I use the Tarot of the Cat People deck. And for advice and clarification cards, I use the Thoth Tarot deck. And both I have shuffled off camera, but I'm just shuffling them a little bit more. So essentially the outline that I do is I'll pull four cards. The first four cards that I pull represent the the 4 weeks, 1, 2, 3, and 4 for January. And then I pull a crowning card, which is your energy that you are letting out into the world, and also that you most clearly see in yourself. Then I pull a card that represents the undercurrent, so what's going on deep down. It might be happening, so it's like what's happening very deeply spiritually, so that you might not even notice it consciously. And then I pull, the last card that I pull from the cat deck is the overlay, which is the lens through which you perceive 2019 January. And then I stick around till the end because you pick your own advice card. So it's pick a card, and I use the Aleister Crowley Thoth Tarot deck for that one. So let's see what is in store for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for January 2019. All right. Ooh. I am liking this. Okay, so week 1 for January 2019, you feel like you have been reborn. This is rejuvenation, which represents a rebirth. You literally going into a new phase of your life. That is absolutely fantastic, and on all levels, by the way. This is one of the higher arcana cards, which means it is a massive spiritual rebirth as well. So well done. That's very, very good. In the second week, you may be getting a message, or there's going to be a very strong presence in your life of an older male or some sort of masculine energy. Might be giving you a message, maybe some information. It might also be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius in your life giving you this message, but they just have a really strong presence. You might be giving off the energy, but I really have a feeling that it's someone else, possibly. Like I said, the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Week number 3. It might be this message, or it might have something to do with your interaction with this person in week 2, but you suddenly become very closed off and mentally shut down. There's literally no one that can talk you out of what you making your mind up. Now, Cancer, you are very sensitive sign, and that's one of the things I most love about you. I'm not a Cancer, but I'm also very sensitive, so I absolutely get that. You will be blocking people out of your life during week 3. Just know that even though you might really not want to let anyone in your life at this moment, maybe specifically a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, that there is someone out there, and there are people out you, but I think someone in particular that is just going to patiently wait until you're ready, okay? Because I think not only because they love you, but also because they see that you do this, they recognize this in you, and they're just patiently waiting for you to finish with this phase, and it's part of accepting that you do have this habit. I do fear that in week 4, at the end of this month, though, you are going to be extra shut down. So really trying to, it's like week 3, you're shutting people out, but week 4, it's more like not only shutting people out from authentic communication and emotional expression either way, but you're also trying to control other people and control the situation. Now, when you try to control through fear, that's all it means, is that you are acting through fear, okay? So right now you are acting in weeks 3 and especially week 4 of January. You're going to be acting through fear in your mind. It's not coming from the heart, it's coming all from the mind, and it's going to be a bit stressful, okay? Let's see what the residual energy is from December 2018. Oh, December 2018 seemed to be pretty good. So this is the Empress card. So that's your residual energy from December 2018 that has leaked into January 2019. So we have the Empress, and this might potentially represent an Aries. Aries is usually represented by the Emperor, but it could be a female Aries or a feminine Aries sign. But it's just like feeling strong and in control in a good way. Very, very strong, assertive yet receptive sign. So that's absolutely great. Let's see what the crowning energy is for you for January 2019. Okay, looks like you're studying. I've got the Page of Pentacles. So this is what the outer world and what you are going to, the energy you let out to the outer world the most for this month. You will be studying, you will be learning, taking in a lot of information and enjoying it. It seems like, you know, you're used to this, you've done it before and you enjoy it, you enjoy learning new things. And I think it will open up doors in the future for money and in career and earthly matters and things such as that. Let's see what the undercurrent is happening underneath the surface. Oh, this is fantastic. You've got even more pentacles. So even though on the surface, you, especially around week 3 and 4, you're going to be relatively shut down mentally, like mental blocks, especially when it comes to communication with other people. But at least under the surface, you know, you're really, really growing and becoming strong and assertive and very practical, sensible when it comes to day-to-day earthly matters, good with money, good business. And that likely has a lot to do with the Page of Pentacles, what you're studying. You are really harnessing this intelligence when it comes to business, money-making decisions, investments, things like that, material wealth, abundance. This also might be the influence of a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn in your life. You may potentially have a mentor, but to be honest, I feel like for most of you, it's going to be that type of energy that is occurring within you. All right, let's see what the overlay is. Okay, so pretty much all January 2019, you are going to really be thinking about a decision that you have to make and you're really, really not sure. You're really going to have to, I suggest you go with your gut for this one, because on the surface, it's not really clear on the surface. You may have a bit of indecision. You may be going back and forth. I would definitely say go with your gut on this one. There's no clear answer that I can give you. You have to choose, okay? I wouldn't delay too long. Go with your gut. Go with your instinct. This is one you got to make from a decision you need to make from your solar plexus chakra, okay? And it may also be a decision that has to do with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or they might be the person presenting you with that decision. All right, I'm glad you stuck around for pick a card. Pick a card, 1, 2, or 3. Go with your first instinct. Go with your gut feeling. Oh, looks like a card picked you. I'm still gonna do pick a card, but I think this is advice for all of you watching right now. We've got the Two of Swords, truce. This may very well have to do with the decision that you need to make, with conflict that's going on, especially in weeks 3 and 4. You need to just lay off each other for a bit, okay? Come to a truce, come to an agreement, just at least come to a ceasefire, okay? So whatever's going on, whatever difficulty is going on, you both don't necessarily take your guard down, but you've just gotta stop arguing, at least for a little bit. Clear a little bit of space, okay? A little bit of space, you need that opening. You need just a little bit of peacetime. I'm not saying that if you're having an argument with something or if there's a bit of conflict, wherever there's conflict in your life, you need to just step back, take a pause, take a break, okay? All right, so pick a card. What advice does my dear Cancer need for January 2019? All right. So always go with your first instinct. 1, 2, or 3. What number just resonated with you the most? If you have this voice in the back of your head, let's say you picked a certain number and then there's a voice in the back of your head that goes, no, pick this number. That, remember, our intuition is always that quiet whispering, and it always comes first. The ego is loud and it generally comes a little bit later. So go with your first instinct, all right? Don't doubt yourself. If you picked 1, your advice for this week, this is the third 2 that we've got in this spread. So this is the 2 of discs, which represents change. The discs can also, or the pentacles, can also represent a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And it's also has a lot to do with finding balance, okay? So this is specifically finding balance, being able to hold 2 different polar opposites at the same time, accepting that there are 2 sides to a story, 2 sides to a coin. One cannot exist without the other. Not saying that, oh, it has to be this way and not that way, accepting that both ways, both decisions, whatever it is, these 2 things that are causing that there's disharmony, that they can hold the same space and you can have both at the same time, okay? So if you picked card number 2, victory. So this is absolutely fantastic. And I think this has to do with the choice that you're thinking about, is that you are going to make the right choice. It will be a victory. Remember, this may have to do with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. You're going to come out on top. Well done. So, you know, it's like whatever choice you make, you've won. Okay? So well done. And there's going to be a lot of, you know, fire, powerful energy in the choice that you made. Okay? So good job. Card number, if you pick card number 3 for your advice card. Ooh, this keeps coming up. Oh my gosh. We had this, didn't we? Right. So we have the 2 of Wands in this deck, and you have the 2 of Wands in this deck. Okay. So this was the overlay, the lens through which you see January 2019. Okay. And this is your advice card. So essentially, can you just pick both with this choice? Can you just pick both? But I'm definitely getting a sense of having to, you know, accept that there are 2, you can go 2 ways at the same time. You can find what's in the middle. You can, where 2 things meet, that's the answer. Something about just being able to dominate both ways, both answers, both options, whatever this choice is that you have to make, whatever this decision, whatever this fork in the road is, you can have both. You can have your cake and eat it too. Okay. My dear Cancer, I hope that this was very helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. And if you could like, share, and subscribe, that helps me so much. Please leave a comment. I absolutely love reading all of your comments. It really means a lot to me. And if you would like a personal reading, please send me an email at contact@sinceretarot.co.uk, and you can always check your my other videos for, you know, your rising sun and moon signs, and for a bit more detail of your love life, you can always check for your sign in Venus. Have an absolutely fantastic January 2019, my dear Cancer. Mwah! Love you, and take care of yourself, all right?